Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a good old Star Wars trailer that came out yesterday. I'm going to be pointing out some really cool stuff, telling you guys what's basically happening in this trailer. So let's jump right into it and find out some secrets and some little old hints in this thing. Right now you're seeing the main role character walking into the doors of a base. Now, I do not know if this is actually like the base that I don't know if it's the base from Star Wars Force Awakening, because it looks like it's kind of underground. You see some like roots growing on the wall over there. I think it's like this underground rebel bunker, and it's a rebel base. You can tell because there are rebels guarding it. Some rebel soldiers to the left over there, one in front of you also. You can pretty much see that this base is probably going to be underground. It's probably hidden. There's probably enemies up above ground searching for them. They don't want them to find them. Just like a hidden rebel base in the old Star Wars movies. They try to hide their base, but once those emperors find them, or the Empire finds them, well, their plan is just destroyed. So what's after them? What wants to destroy them? We'll see.
State your name for the record.
Jyn Erso.
Jyn Erso's our character, guys. By the way, just wanted to point that out. She said that. That's a new character role. Another female. Don't mind. I don't mind that at all. It is Disney, and I'm not saying that just because it's Disney, they're pointing out female roles for all the roles, but most of the big roles have been for males, and they just want to point out some more women in Star Wars. I'm not saying that there's not that many women in Star Wars that don't have big roles. There is Leia. There's some others out there, but Disney just wants to bring out some more main women roles here. And I don't mind that, so let's continue.
Forgery of Imperial documents, possession of stolen property, aggravated assault, resisting arrest.
On your...
So Jyn, she's kind of on their side working with them, but she's kind of like in the thug life. Like, she kind of looks all sweaty in this. She's looks kind of like, I'm not saying dirty, but in this lighting she kind of looks like she's dirty. She might be like a thug girl from off the streets or something like that, with parents that were highly trained, maybe part of the rebellion base, and she's just joining them, or she's taken in because of her skill, or maybe she's related to, like, Luke Skywalker, or one of them, because it could be possible. There's also Rey. She might be like Rey's sister or Rey's mother. You never know. She is probably not Rey's mother, though, but she is probably Rey's mother, and the reason for this is, you'll see. So let's continue. I'll tell you why I think this woman's Rey's mother.
From the age of 15, reckless, aggressive, and undisciplined. This is a rebellion.
She's 15, guys. And you're like, how can this be Rey's mother? She's 15 years old. Are you serious? Well, guys, this movie is a prequel. And I'm saying that because this movie is supposed to take place way before the other Star Wars movie came, A Force Awakening. And I know this because you'll find out.
Isn't it?
Right now, she's rebelling against stormtroopers, which are pretty much bad guys in this, and yeah.
I rebel. We have a mission for you.
So pretty much, she gets a mission, and it's basically to take out this big thing right in front of us. I'm not talking about the Star Destroyer. I'm talking about what's being revealed behind.
A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know what it is and how to destroy.
Now, what is that big gaping hole right there? Oh, is another really cool entrance into a hidden base, probably on a planet, or what is it? What is this open space? What is this black thing in the background? What is it? You're about to find out, guys. And right in the background's another Star Destroyer. I just want to say that. And you can see how small that Star Destroyer is compared to this big, giant platform that's being placed on this giant ball orb structure. Now you're going to see what this thing is. You guys probably already guessed it, though.
Destroy it.
Yes, guys, it is another Death Star. Now, this is a black-looking Death Star, and it's really, really, really similar to the Death Star of Darth Vader's. Now, I believe that when the plans were stolen for the Death Star, and I think it was A New Hope, the plans were stolen from the old Death Star, Darth Vader's Death Star. Someone had it, and I just want to say, guys, that they're putting together an exact replica of the Death Star.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Basically, she's getting sent out to destroy this Death Star, and they're saying, you're taking on this task to destroy this Death Star, so she's probably like a highly trained fighter. We're going to see where this takes us to. This December, guys, is when it comes out. You can see some rebel pilots coming, some more rebels in the background. They're heading onto their ships, probably. Honestly, guys, I am not a huge Star Wars fan, so I don't know who this guy is. I'm very sorry if you guys know who he is, and I don't, but I just don't know who he is. Right here, you can see some stormtroopers coming in with this big tank. Look at this baby coming in with a tank. You can see that this place looks like a wasteland. It kind of looks like ruins. Like, this place is in ruins. You can see cracks in the building. It seems like the stormtroopers came in doing their job, and I don't know who this guy is over here to the left, but he has his hands behind his back and this mask on, probably protecting him from sand. So this might be another sand planet that these guys inhabited. So I don't know if it's Tatooine, or it might just be the new sand planet that I forgot the name because I am an idiot. I'm very sorry. But the planet that Rey lives on, and who might also live on that? Jen, guys. Jen. Jen is totally Rey's mother. And I say that because, one, sand planet right here. This is totally a sand planet. Like, he's blocking his face from the sand. We have these stormtroopers coming in. They're just wrecking their day. But I believe that this is the same planet. Jakkuine or something like that. Yeah, Rey's home planet. And her mother was never mentioned in the movie, actually, Force Awakening. And I think Jen is Rey's mother. And another big thing for that is coming up. And actually, it already passed. And that is because there's a Death Star. And they don't know what this Death Star is. They're basically telling them that you need to go and destroy this machine. They don't even name the machine. They don't say it's a Death Star. They just say you have to go and find this machine and destroy it. They're probably like, this machine cannot be here. They don't probably even know it's a Death Star. They probably don't even know what it is yet. Because it looks like when they're placing that lid over the Death Star, they're just finishing it. Because they're placing that, they're building this Death Star right here in the movie itself. So it's not in here yet. They're probably going to build it throughout the movie, and then at the end, Jen's probably going to go in and try to destroy it. But it might be different because there's been a lot of Star Wars movies where they just come in flying the plane and destroying the Death Star. But that's only been in The Force Awakening and the old movies. So I don't really know. Let's continue the trailer. Who is this guy? He's the guy about to talk to us. I don't know who he is exactly, But it looks like he's one of the important main roles in the movie, and I'm excited to find out who he is.
What will you do when they catch you?
So, let's go back a little bit here. Now, this looks like the sand planet that they're on. That guy has a bloody face. They probably got in a fight and got captured. You can see that this is probably a sand planet also because to the right of the rebels, you can see one of those little hooded guys right there. He's pretty cool. Let's continue. You can see another alien there. Pretty cool.
Catch you.
Let's go here. They're running. There's this robot behind them. She's looking behind them. This guy to the left followed Jen when they were leaving with those pilots. That guy's probably another main role in the movie, which is going to be pretty cool. Now, they're running from something. These are stormtroopers right here. I believe that they're in the Death Star right now because what other place would have this high-tech machines here? Like, the new Death Star has to be. This has to be the new Death Star.
What will you do if they break?
So let's go back here. So this guy's doing some training, I think. Either he's in a fight or he's in training. Now, this is the desert-like planet that I was talking about. Like, this is a junkyard. Another junkyard area, and it might be a main capital for Jakkuine. And also the home planet of Rey. And possibly her mother, again, which is Jen. And I actually want to point out now why I absolutely think that Jen's her mother. And the reason for that is, I'm going to tell you, I got to think about it. So, this movie is definitely taking place in the past. And she's 15 years old. Jen's 15 years old. This death machine, that Darth Vader used to make, is back. And it's not high tech like the one in The Force Awakening. Why would they do that? Like in The Force Awakening, that thing was beast looking. This is the regular Death Star that Darth Vader used to have. That the plants are stolen from, that it was rebuilt. Now the Death Star, there were like, this is like the 4th Death Star or like the 5th. I don't even know. There's been so many Death Stars, man. I don't even know why they make Star Wars with Death Stars anymore. They need something new. Make, like, square stars that are, like, square Death Stars. Like, come on, man. Now, that guy in the background over there looks like he's taking, like, a pee or something like that. But he's actually talking to a guy. Just want to point that out. Now, this guy is, like, a ninjutsu freak. He's, like, hitting them. He's, like, battling them. It looks like that stormtroopers surround this guy. And this guy is, like, a highly trained fighter. You'll see what I'm talking about.
They break you.
That guy got hit in the face. Now, you see these, like, elite-looking stormtroopers here just rolling in on this planet with palm trees. Now, this is a different planet, I believe. Now, we're getting into a different planet with palm trees. These guys are rolling in. Let's go back here and look at that. A little bit back more. More palm trees there, and it looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a base, but also kind of looks like a transport ship, like a transporting ship that transports people, but I'm also thinking it's a base, because if you look to the right over there, it looks like a little tiny opening into a cave or into an underground place, which also might be the Rebels' base. That's what I might think, but I'm also thinking not. Like I said, there's roots on the wall, and it kind of looked like it was underground, so maybe this might be the Rebels' base. I don't know. We're going to have to find out and keep looking. If it is, though, then we all know that the Rebel base gets destroyed, and there's this guy that fired at the base. And if I go back some more, and we just need to look at him. So, he has a sniper. He's pulling it away. It kind of looks like he's a rebel because he's not wearing all that stormtrooper gear, but he might be a bounty hunter working for them. I don't know. Now, this is also on the same planet. You can see palm trees in the back. You can see dead stormtroopers on the ground. This guy is the same guy wearing the white jacket that I said I didn't know his name. He's just walking in here. I believe that this guy might be the rebels' leader, but he might not. He might be one of the evil guys. He's just walking past all these dead stormtroopers, but I think he's a rebel leader. I think there's a good guy and a bad guy. This is a leader of the rebels, and this is a leader of the dark side. I think that's what they're showing us. The backside of the good guys that have the white cloak, and the backside of the dark side that has the black coat. Wow, black coat. Oh my god. Black coat. Now, you can see some royal guards right here, which is pretty cool. Royal guards are like trained specialist people that they're actually really cool. I love them in the like old Star Wars games I used to play, but they're not here anymore. And what is this guy doing? He's bowing down. You can see him bow down right there that I just showed you guys. But let's go back here, and it looks like someone's in like cryo freeze. I can't even say that, but someone's frozen. You can see like frost coming up there. Who could that be though? Who could be frozen in that thing? All we know is that this evil dude bowing down to this is releasing someone from a frozen cylinder, and someone's in there. But who could this guy be? I don't know. You guys tell me who this guy is and who is in the frozen cylinder. This guy. This guy starts talking. He starts talking and he says all this stuff about what's gonna happen, what Jen will become, and all that. Now I don't know who this guy is. He looks like he's wearing some like really cool Juggernaut armor.
You to fight.
This guy is just kind of looks like a midget. I don't know if he is a midget, but kind of looks like a midget. He looks like a rebel fighter. Now, again, you can see Jin with her partner next to him. The same guy with the plain shirt. The plain pale shirt. You can also see a guy like being shot in the air. Again, palm trees. They're also running out. If I go back. Go back even farther.
Continue to fight.
They're running out of a place, and you can see the same tech on that base. Now, this could be the Rebels' base, but it probably could be not. This is definitely the same place where that big giant base or transport ship got taken down, exploded. It's definitely the same place. They're coming out of an area, and all they see when they come out here is all these AT-ATs all over the wazoo. It's really cool. Now, I don't know. I think this whole thing was placed in Hawaii. That's what I think this scene was taken in place, but all these AT-ATs just like wreck.
What will you become?
Now they say, what will you become? And this is the final scene. I'm not gonna lie here. The front chest of her looks like Darth Vader, like a Darth Vader chest. She has like this black gear on now. I don't know if she's evil. She kind of looks like what she reminded me was a bounty hunter, and on her back looks like lightsabers. And there's two of them. You can clearly see two of them in this shot right here. And it has like a red thing right on the bottom of them. These look like sabers. I'm not gonna lie, they really look like sabers, but they might not. Just look at the style of them. They don't even look like sabers, but they might be a two-sided saber. You know, like the two-sided saber that Darth Maul used to use, and might look like that, because the sabers can come apart and be used as dual-wield sabers. It is a thing. They have toys of them. They have movies of them. They have cartoons, I should say, of them, and it can happen. There's big ways that it can happen. Okay. Rogue One, guys. Rogue One. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, guys. That is it. Wow. It is coming out. It's gonna be cool. rogue. She's going rogue. She's doing things on her own, basically throughout this whole thing. She's basically going rogue. They're like, the rebels are like, what are you doing out there? And she's like, well, I'm a rebel. I'm gonna rebel. So she's basically rebelling against like the rebellion and doing things her own way. And it's probably going to end up saving everyone's life in the end and destroying the new Death Star. Or the old one, if this is a pre-sequel, which I believe it is. This is definitely in the storyline, but it's out of the storyline, kind of ish. It's like in between, because it's like, is it out or is it in? But it's definitely in. I think it is, but I think it's like a prequel. I think it's just, I just think it's back there. Like, The Force Awakening is way more advanced stuff up there, man. Way more stuff going on. I don't think Disney is ready to show the next chapter. I think this is a prequel. So, if you guys think this is a prequel, like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'll see you guys all later next time. Take care, everyone, and have a nice day.